and welcome everyone to the Entrepreneurship Sports Generation, ESG for short. This is the Bangalore City Finals. We are delighted to have you all here with us and thank you for your time. We have a really exciting leg of the tournament planned for you today, and we'll start by telling you what ESG is and why this ESG global movement is important. Over the next decade, we need to create over 1 billion new jobs and ensure we leave a better planet for the future generations, as highlighted by the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We believe that entrepreneurial initiatives is the only solution to these pressing issues. The ESG community, which is all of us included, will help the entrepreneurs grow and become global enterprises, creating the better future all of us aspire for. ESG is a flagship initiative of the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, TGELF for short. At TGELF, we have been working over the past 2 decades to groom ethical and altruistic leaders globally. We have created a leadership curriculum along with Harvard and Wharton, which has impacted more than 3 million school children in 14 countries. Through our entrepreneurship initiatives in the past 5 years, we have impacted more than 500,000 startups globally. We have raised and made available $7.5 billion to startups and organizations that support startups through all of our initiatives. For the ESG, we have put together a rewards basket of more than $300 million for all participants globally. Similar to the international sporting leagues, the ESG 2020 tournament will have 4 tiers, that is, city, national, confederation, and global finals. The winning enterprises from the city finals will proudly represent their city in the national finals. The winning enterprises from the national finals will proudly represent their country in the confederation finals. And the winners of the confederation finals will battle it out for the global honors. From over 300,000 applications from over 190 countries, we have drafted the best enterprises to compete in the first tier, which is the city final, such as this one. The best applications from India have been drafted by the respective city team coaches into 5 city teams in alphabetical order: Bangalore, Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, and Srinagar. Today, 6 of the best teams from Bangalore draft will compete with each other for a spot in the Indian national finals in 2 rounds. Round 1 is a knockout where enterprises will go head to head with their pitches and the jury will select the winners. Round 2 is an exciting question and answer round from which the jury will select the 2 city winners who will represent Bangalore in the India national finals. So let's begin the movement to make entrepreneurship the new heartbeat of the world. Some ground rules for everybody before we begin. Each entrepreneur has 4 minutes, 30 seconds to pitch their idea to our 3 jury members. We would request for you to keep your camera off and mute yourself when not speaking. If there are any technical issues, we will present using the PowerPoint you have provided us with. Today, we are very pleased to have 3 jury members who are experts in their field, and it is my pleasure to introduce them. First, we have Vinod Shankar, who is a partner at Java Capital. Next, we have Radesh Kanmuri, who is a managing partner at Arca Venture Labs. Lastly, we have Amit Singh, who is a co-founder and MD at Head Start Network Foundation. Now, getting into today's competition, let's start with round 1. These are the 6 enterprises going head to head in round 1 knockouts. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the order. Now, to introduce our first knockout pair, we have Money on Click versus EcoWrap. Money on Click, you are welcome to start your presentation when you're ready. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Okay, hi, shall I start?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. If you could put your presentation on full screen mode, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. I represent Money on Click. So what we are building is the largest financial services brand for the 500 million underserved lower middle income customers in India. All the banks and existing infrastructure that we have, they mainly focus on the top 50 to 70 million folks. And we are building the largest financial services brand, giving loans, insurance, and savings to the next 500 million. We have also built a very unique social distribution channel, which is similar to folks who in India would be able to relate to Meesho. Something similar to Meesho it's a very large social distribution channel, offline to online, where we have thousands of financially literate micro entrepreneurs, freelancers, etc., working and sourcing the business for us. We have exceptional metrics. Near 0% defaults despite COVID-19. We have been in business for a year and a half now. We will be profitable by quarter two of 21. We have served customers in 500 cities, and we are super cash efficient. We raised around $4.25 million of seed round earlier last year. Out of that, 70% is still with us in the bank. This is me and my co-founder Himanshu. I was the CBO of Lending Card, the largest fintech SME lender out of India. We raised around $150 million there. Himanshu, my co-founder, was the head of data science there. I was also the first employee of Amazon when they launched their business in India back in 2011. So to give you a nutshell on how the market looks like, what we have done is divided into Indian households, around 1.3 billion people, 300 million households, into 5 income segments: India 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at the top are the elite ones, where their monthly income is more than $2,500. 7 million households, and then 17 million households which are upper middle income, 40 million, and then 121 million lower middle class, and the poorest of all that are 82 million households. So you multiply that, every household by 4 to 4.5 to get the number of people in that house bracket. So what is happening in India is the entire banking, NBFC, and even fintechs, everybody is focused on the India 1, 2, 3, which is around 65 million households. So there is deep penetration of credit, insurance, investment, everything is there. But for India 4, which is very large, lower middle class, they're not poor, but they are not rich enough for the banks and existing players to like really target. For them, the access to loans, access to decent insurance, etc., is very limited, and there are many reasons for that. So this customer segment is perceived as risky by the financial player. The ticket size and LTV is lower, and there are no real offline distribution channels for these customers, and they are not very digital savvy. So that's the problem we are attacking, this 121 million household, which we call India 4. So what we have done is created 3 very unique products. On the lending side, we have created a large ticket, $1,500 average ticket size loan, which can be used for medical, education, family emergencies, etc., which is a very unique product in a manner that we don't underwrite the individual, we underwrite the entire family. It's a joint loan taken by the family. Then we have certain customized low price health and life insurance that we have custom created with one of the large insurers. And also in coming months, we will be launching a very unique savings account, which is where customer can save money in gold. And what we can do is we can give up to 5x of the amount of gold as credit limit. Our customer segment does buy gold quite a lot, but if they want a loan, then they can only get like 0.7x of the value as the loan. So because of our really good performance on the lending side, we can give up to 5x credit limit. So just to wrap it up, we are at a 500K per month disbursal run rate. We are growing 30% month on month. We launched micro insurance. So we started as a lending company, which is our mainstay business, but we launched this micro insurance in August 20. We have already served customers in 500 cities. We have been able to maintain near 0% defaults. We cover all the variable costs at around 14%. We are just 6 months away from profitability. We'll reach an AUM of $6 million by March 21. And we should be able to have almost 5,000 insurance policies per month run rate by March 21. And we want insurance business to be 20% business share by that time. So we raised early 2019, we raised the ideation stage round of $4.25 million, led by Kalari, Orias, 314 Picus. And we will be looking for Series A in coming few months, early 2021, where at least 50% of the round can be done by our existing investors. So that's about us. Happy to, when we come to the Q&A round, happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your pitch, Money on Click. EcoWrap, you are now welcome to start your presentation if you're ready. Please, just a reminder to share your presentation on full screen mode. Thank you. You have 5 minutes.
Hi, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay,
Could
hi.
you please turn your video on as well if you feel
So actually, I
comfortable?
have some little bit connectivity issues, so will not be able to start video.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so should I start?
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay. So hi, myself is Angaraj Swami, founder of Jaipur-based startup called EcoRap. So it is an IoT and SaaS-based one-stop solution for waste segregation, collection, tracking, recycling, and upcycling. And it is very innovative model on environmental inclusivity, and it's creating livelihood through sustainable treatment of solid waste. So so what is the problem? The lack of waste segregation at source leads to the absence of financially and non-financially viable process for the treatment of solid waste. Segregation after collection is useless process. Once all kind of waste get mixed, its contamination level increase and it almost become impossible to recycle it or treat it. And none of the available modern technologies such as plasphalt, waste to energy, residuals are helpful in treatment of landfill kind of waste. So we need a model for segregation because we already have technology to treat the waste. And hotel, restaurant, cafes is the most efficient sector to bring into segregation process, which contributes 16% in the total waste generated by a city. So this is a solution we are providing. EcoRap is integrated channel for sustainable treatment of solid waste generated by these HoReCa units. And our business model is solely based on waste segregation at source and making this sector financially viable by leveraging right technology and aggregating stakeholders. Yeah. And to promote waste segregation at source, we providing infrastructure like dustbins, tech intervention, and training to the staff. We made this model financially viable by adding extra buffer of upcycle product and FMCG product. And most uniquely, we incentivize waste generator for segregation at source. We pay and collect all their segregated waste at the source. And how we are doing this? We install 4 dustbins to every HoReCa partner for primary segregation of waste into 4 categories. When these dustbins share real-time data of waste along with precise location of bins. And on the basis of this data, our algorithm finds the shortest path for collection of these bins. And to make waste segregation more efficient, we also train a person from housekeeping staff of HoReCa units and appoint him as a green champion. Incentive in the form of digital tokens are automatically credited based on the weight of waste. 80% in the HoReCa account and remaining 20% goes into the green champions account. So after compiling this waste into our godown facility, we sell most of recyclable waste to recyclers, and some part of it is used in upcycling process. And in the upcycling process, waste material is used and converted into high value product through some creative works. So this is the social impact we are creating. Our mechanism for upcycling of waste material is not only helping environment but also creating livelihood opportunities for the women. And for upcycling, we form self-help group of women from underprivileged section and train them to make upcycled product out of waste. We provide them waste material, and when this product get ready, we sell and share 30% revenue with these SHGs or women. We have improved their income by 100 to 150%, and every woman of SHG earning 6 to 8,000 rupees per month by doing 3 to 4 hour works in a day. So we are bootstrapped startup, and we commercialized this project in 2018. We have validated our business model, and we are working with 130 plus HoReCa units and generated 72 lakh rupees in the revenue. And to make upcycled product out of waste material, we train 24 women, and we also improve the income of housekeeping staff by 10 to 20% as a green champion. So this is our revenue model, and we have right hand side we have one-time cost structure, and that is developing of infrastructure for capacity building of SRG and dustbin placement in the HoReCa. On right hand side, this is revenue stream. First one is the sale of upcycled product. In upcycling of waste material, we mainly use waste glass bottles, paper, waste clothes, old tire, etc. And these are very high margin products. And second one is a sale of recyclable waste. We compile recyclable into go down facility and sell it to recyclers. Third one is the commission on FMCG products. So we are onboarding existing FMCG vendor and will charge a commission from these vendors on every order they get from our Horeca partners. So we improve the financial viability and the scalability of this model by outsourcing upcycling process, recycling process, and FMCG
Time's
products.
up.
We already okay.
Thank you so much for your pitch, EcoWrap. We now have 30 seconds for jury deliberation. In the meantime, if Autobricks and Dentico, could you get ready, please?
Okay, so my time is up.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Is my screen visible?
1 second. Autobricks, if you're ready now, you are welcome to start your presentation.
Julia, that's Dentico.
Oh, Dentico is going first. Okay.
Yeah, my screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, hi.
When you're ready,
Hi,
you can
everyone.
start.
Yeah, we are Dentico. We are the most reliable dental discovery platform in India and teleconsultation platform. Our vision is to be the largest player in this field and enhance the dental clinic with providing the best possible software for managing the dental clinic. Our mission is to capture 1.65% of the Indian market and do 55 lakhs of dental consultation and treat 16 lakh patients by the end of 5 years. We're trying to solve the problem of the patient where they find it difficult to book a reliable, find a reliable dentist and book appointment with them. Also, patient find the difficulty since there is no transparency in the treatment charges. And during this pandemic, it's high risk for the patient to visit the dental clinic, though the dental clinics are taking the utmost care to prevent any cross infection. For the corporate, we are trying to sell the capital which they give to their employee as a reimbursement benefit. And most importantly, for the dentist, we are trying to increase their revenue because of our corporate tie-up. It increases the footfall of the patient at the clinic. Also, none of the present practice management software is providing the direct business to the dentist. So we are coming up with the solution that is Dentico. It is a listing platform for the dentist and also an appointment booking platform for the patient. It is some kind of Zomato wherein the patient can book appointment, such the dentist, book appointment, and once they visit the clinic, the dentist can, after doing the checkup, dentist can from the menu raise the invoice. Billing will be sent to the patient on their app or on their SMS. Patient can make the payment on the digital platform, and accordingly they can get the discount or the cashback. So it will be a landing platform from patient can come from various other app or other platform like Paytm or PhonePe or Amazon, where they display various discount coupons. So that the landing page will be coming to our own Dentico page. So we are providing the benefit of online appointment, teleconsultation, digital record keeping. For the corporate, the early diagnosis will lead to shorter treatment, and thus it will help the corporate to save the reimbursement capital saving. For the patient, we are providing a listing platform. We are already having our tie-up with the for insurance company, so it will increase the footfall at the dental clinic. Also, we are providing all the technological need as required to the dentist as per the Digital India. They need the website, they need all the practice management software. Everything will be provided from a single point. So also we are trying to penetrate into a competitive market like we are having competition from dentist listing platform like Practo or Libre, also from teleconsultation platform like Practo has recently entered into teleconsultation, also various other platform like Docs app, Doc Online. Also we may face competition from dental chain like a Sapka Dentist. So our competitive advantage is that we are the only entity who can able to provide patient directly to the dentist because of our existing corporate tie-up. Also myself, I am not only a dentist, I am having a deep connect with the insurance sector people, and I am in sector since last 5 to 7 years. Our competitive advantage with the dental chain is that while the dental chain, they recruit the recently passed out talent, and our dentists are minimum 2 to 35 years of experience. So the quality of work is definitely better at Dentico chain of clinic. Uh, while the teleconsultation platform, they are providing only the consultation platform, but Dentico, we are not only providing the teleconsultation, but we are having our network of dental clinics where the patient can visit after the follow for the treatment. So we are looking for a market size of 10 crore Indians. So presently, near about 50 crores of Indians are having dental problem. 31 crores visit the dental clinic, and 10 crores people are going for the treatment. So it is estimated to be a 16,000 crores of Indian treatment market by the end of 2023. So our customers are the patient also and the dentist also. Dentists are not only the service provider, but our customers. So we are looking to focus on the digital market. Presently, more focus on the B2B segment, wherein a third party is paying for the treatment. For example, the insurance company or the MNC who are providing the medical allowance or the reimbursement benefit provided by certain bodies like BSNL, SBI. Our business model is mainly through the three component, that is the subscription fee, that is the teleconsultation. Mainly the revenue will come from the commission on the treatment, which contribute to about 20 to 50% of the revenue. The third revenue stream will be the practice management software. All other revenue model are the minor ones, like we are providing the dental web services, Dentico web, that is the web services. Dentico store is the marketplace for the dental consumable, and Dentico secure, we are selling the professional indemnity insurance to the doctors. Dentico Insure will be selling all the related insurance that is referred to the dentist and also to the patient. For traction, we are already having 2,000 plus dental clinics across India on our platform. We are having tie-up with Bajaj Allianz General Insurance, Reliance General Insurance, HDFC Ergo, Religare Health Insurance. We will be having a tie-up very soon with ICICI Lombard also. Already we are having some earning through or joining fee from patient enrollment.
Time's
We are
up.
looking to raise 2 crores to raise our target.
Time's up. Thank you for your pitch, Dentico.
Thank
Auto
you.
Bricks, if you're ready, you're welcome to start your presentation. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Yes, but I don't have how to share my screen. I mean, yeah, yes, I can see that. Yes, just one
Autobricks?
second. Yes, I'm
Autobricks, if
sharing.
you are not able to share your screen, we will share your presentation on the
It
screen.
would be great if you can share my
Yes,
presentation.
yes, we will be sharing your presentation. Gauri, can you please pull it up?
Yes, I think.
Thank you, Gauri.
Meanwhile, I'll just give you a brief. And Autobricks is the concept is auto services at your doorstep. We have completely revolutionized. We have started this Autobricks by revolutionizing car wash industry. We have introduced a concept. We have introduced technology to car wash industry, and we have made the car wash using just 100 ml of water. Before we start this auto breaks, people used to use 10 liters of water to clean the car. Or if you go to any garage, they used to clean the car using 100, at least 100 liters of water. Then which we have revolutionized it completely by using just 100 ml of water, that is less than a cup of coffee that you use. And we made it in such a way, the process we have made it in such a way that, you know, a car wash executive can use, clean the car in 8 minutes. So that is the way how so that is the process how we have started this exactly. You can see this is our PPT. This is the changing the future of auto services. We have introduced the tech into this, and currently before COVID-19 we were doing this monthly car wash. We brought subscription into car wash, and just using 800 ml of water and using in 8 minutes we made car wash executive to clean the car. And this is the process, this is the rates we have given, which are competitive to the in the current business environment. In the current scenario, currently local wash executives are giving this offer. But you know what is the specialty with us is that ours is a completely tech-backed startup. So we have all these touch points. So our car wash executive has an app which can record each and every touch point that he does, including the tires, including the interiors, to including the type of deck he uses, and including the how many kilometers he traveled, what are the lights. So he has all those touch points. We used to he can record on his Wash Executive app, which can be used for car services. So we are into car wash, which we have started our company using car wash, then into bike service, then into car service. Now we are doing car service also. We are the only service provider for Flipkart and Amazon also. And there are even Apollo Tires are looking into it. JK Tires, we have tied up with JK Tires also. So we are into tires, batteries, and even spare part fitments also, any lights to horns, everything. So the business it's almost 100 billion industry, and because it is a completely gray industry, there are few players who try to play into that, but no one has tried to understand how to capture this market. What we have understood in the whole scenario is that, suppose I'll give you a small example. There's a tires, Bridgestone's tires. But if some other company is giving you 100 rupees less, generally you'll go for the other company. So there is zero customer loyalty in this. But we found only one concept, one which has a customer loyal, is car wash. So from car wash, when we go to digital marketing, the now currently because of COVID, we have completely digitalized our marketing. So I get the lead for 80 rupees for car wash, and I convert that into car service, which is far bigger ticket. And from each service, I can generate 5,000 plus, ticket size. So my from car wash to car service, getting leads and conversion. And the way that we are tied up with Flipkart and Amazon, we are the only players who can play this big. We are into all metros, 7 metros, and we are expanding to other cities also. I think my PPT, I don't know, my presentation I can't see, but so this is what the market is huge. And we are completely tech backed, and our we have proper CRM. We have mechanic has an app, car wash executive has an app. We know everything what is happening, and we have saved so much of almost gallons of water, which is equivalent to 2 lakes in Bangalore till date. We have, to speak frankly, after COVID, we have done 10,000 car washes, around 5,000 bike services, and around 4,000 car services till date. Now we have we absorbed Cartizon also. So now we are into luxury cars, and we are now currently we are raising Series A. We have raised seed and angel round pre-Series A also. We are looking for a 5 million to 8 million for Series A. I don't know, my presentation I can't see, but Shreya, can you share the presentation, or can you share it to?
It's being shared on the screen.
Okay, but I can't see mine, but I hope I am clear. I have given my thing. So this is what we are. We are Autobricks, is auto services at your doorstep. And every service can be done. If you see currently in garage, it takes 3 days for a vehicle to come out, because just for the spare parts, we are so connected, well connected with spare parts, that we can do the service at your 70% of services can be done at doorstep with a proper transparency. Everything is online payment, so no cash transactions. So, and that made the customer to know what they are going to receive, and we know our mechanic what they are doing. So we were doing at their doorstep less. There is no need for them to get exposed to get their car to some garage and fix it. Their vehicle will not be fit. They need to leave it for at least 2 to 3 days. That is the average period of time they need to leave it at garage. That is not required.
Time's up. Thank you so much for your pitch, Autobricks. We now have a 30-second stopover for jury deliberation. In the meantime, if Omnify and Mind Palace could get ready, please. Our third knockout pair is Omnify versus Mind Palace. Omnify, you are welcome to start your presentation when you're ready. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Yeah, hi. Sorry. I'm just going to share my screen. Hi, everyone. I see some familiar faces. So let me just, sorry, get started from the start. Um, so just to give you I'll jump right into the problem that we're solving. Today, most recreational fitness and other amenities, they need reservations to manage the capacity, manage liability, and generate revenue, right? So which this need has drastically grown during the new normal, right? As the shift is still happening with a lot of these facilities shutting down or have to now manage facilities with limited capacity. So uh, the solution obviously is either you queue people or you get them to reserve, right? One way or the other. And while reservation is available in bunch of these facilities in and I'm talking about mostly American market. So still the process is super cumbersome, expensive, as it still involves you picking up the phone to make the reservations or use old age softwares, right? With Omnify, we provide like a new age platform for amenity reservation, member management, and what we call service e-commerce, right? So, to simply put, you can set up a reservation website in minutes, where your customers can self-manage. They can come, reserve themselves, manage their own reservations, cancellations, everything, right? You can set up business rules to automate most of the workflows around that. Um, you can set up basically sell your services. If you charge for daily admissions, any kind of rentals, any programs or memberships, you can use Omnify to sell these and manage recurring subscriptions. So all in all, the goal is to push most of the day-to-day operations work for customers to self-manage. Of course, they're today people are happy doing that. They have a better experience, and with that, you're able to actually save time, cost, and resources while making keeping your facility safe. It's been an interesting year for us. Omnify is about 4 years old, so we've been organically growing last few years, and 2020 sort of brought us with the whole shift happening. We've been able to capture some of the new segments and grow almost 4x this year. And all of this has been with zero marketing spend. We've tried to use more free sources or organic sources to make sure that we can be cash efficient as we grow. From a market focus today, we focus a lot more on recreation and sports, which includes your rec centers. And we're working with government rec centers, universities, YMCA's, a lot of these tennis, swim clubs, etc. We work with multi-housing complexes who have their own internal sports and recreational facilities or clubhouses. We started working with some of the hospitality segments where they've got swimming pools and some internal amenities that they want reservations specifically today. And we've been working with fitness and wellness as a segment for a while, right? With fitness, yoga studios, and professionals as well. Our revenue model is pretty simple. We charge a subscription, started about $49 a month, go to about 249, and also charge a transaction fee on all payments processed through our platform, because payments is an important part of our, if you're selling services through us, that becomes an important business model. Um, from a product standpoint, we've built a scalable system over years. We've tested with thousands of users with real-time reservations. You have a full fledged platform, Shopify kind of platform built for services. Services become a little more complex because of scheduling or reservations, and we built a comprehensive engine for scheduling all kind of scheduling, from appointments to your group
Time's up.
scheduling.
Thank you so much for your pitch, Omnify. Mind Palace, when you're ready, you're welcome to start your presentation. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Hello everyone, I hope my screen is visible. This is Amal from Mind Palace. We
Hi,
are a
it's not
student.
1
visible.
second.
It's not visible.
Okay, 1 second. I have shared it already. I think someone else is sharing the screen. Can okay. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, we can see your screen, but we can't see your presentation.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, you may begin now.
Okay. So this is Amal from Mind Palace. We are a student-led startup from the incubation center of St. Stephen's College, and we are at the ideation and product development stage. We we realized the inefficiency of the current systems for hosting activities, social activities like quizzing, debates, or conferences online. And we, being very keen about these activities in college, we thought about building some VR-based systems, virtual reality-based systems for conducting these activities online. And Mind Palace is a virtual reality-based uh, platform for hosting activities such as quizzes, debates, conferences in the virtual environment. And we are not trying to solve the problem of overcoming social anxiety or stage fright, but we are trying to make the experiences better for the activities such as quizzing, debating, and conferences online with the help of uh, machine learning and virtual reality. So we propose to start with quizzing because we are very active in quizzing in the college, and we've been running 3 quiz blogs, very active quiz blogs. So we thought about building some system that can solve the inefficiency of the current systems, which you know are not just the MCQ model of quizzing. We are in the current systems are almost, as you can see, we are in the scrolling and swiping era of smartphones, but we all know that the next future is virtual reality and things will change. Hopefully by the launch of Geo Glass and all, we know it will be a revolution. And this is the target market that the total available market we consider as the students belonging from the high schools and colleges. And we plan to address the serviceable available market who are keen about debates, quizzes, and activities that are that can be taken online instead of in the Zoom or Google Meet. We hope to capture around 10 million users in next 3 years. So the growth of AR and VR market, the concept of headphones, as you can see, there is a significant rise in the growth in the past couple of years, and hopefully this will hit new milestones in next years by the launch of GeoGlass. And coming to the product, we are addressing the solutions for quizzing, debates, and interviews and public speaking, even for slide presentations online. We plan to create apps for immersive experience among different categories, and it's extremely versatile and personalized experience for every user based on his area of interest or choice, and artificial intelligence based systems that can uh, support or improve the engagement, user engagement in activities. Also it can compete with artificial intelligence for debating, quizzing, also using virtual reality for modeling the environment what the user prefers. If he wants to compete in a audience in a stage, whatever stage he wants, or whatever quizzing mode he wants. In a real-time quiz, he can model the screen that he wished to, and he can from the minimal effort from the user, with very less swiping and scrolling, he can make it more interactive and voice assisted. And coming to the business model, right now the quizzes like Tata Crucible or corporate quizzes like TCS ITVs are being conducted on the Zoom or on Google Meet, which has very low user experience. And we hope we can conduct these kind of real-time activities on our platform and on virtual ad spaces, which can improve the uh, virtual experiences based on users experience, providing ads. Then tournament model of quizzing, debating, where people can join by paying a small amount of fees and compete with others, coach with others. And a subscription based model for improving the activities and participating in the real-time activities. And in the long term, we hope to be an immersive virtual reality company that is driven by artificial intelligence and AR. And we are planning to be an edtech company which focuses mostly on activities like online examinations, quiz competitions, and debates or other public speaking, personality development, these kind of activities. And Mind Palace was shortlisted among two startups from college for India Singapore event at Marina Bay Sands in Spooner. And this is my team. I have two of my co-founders from my college. Hardik, he is responsible for design and he's a machine learning enthusiast.
Time
And
is
Mahim
up.
is also.
Thank you so much for your pitch, Mind Palace. It is now time for a brief 5-minute stopover for jury deliberation. Before we announce the winners for round 1 and proceed to round 2, we will also have a 5-minute break. Relax, get some water, and get ready for some challenging questions. Jury members will put you into the same breakout room. if we're all back now. Before announcing the winners of round one, I'd like to remind enterprises to please stay on the Zoom call, even if you did not win round one, because you'll be given a chance to ask the first question to the winning teams in round two. So now it is time to announce the winners of round one knockout in our Bangalore City Finals. Congratulations to Money on Click, AutoBricks, and Omnify. You will proceed to round two. A reminder to the teams that did not go through to round two to be ready to ask your questions. And now it's time for round two. Money on Click, it is your turn to take questions. In true sporting style, we give EcoWrap a chance to throw a googly at Money on Click, and you have 1 minute to answer. Please, a reminder to turn on your videos when speaking. Thank you.
Hi, this is my turn to ask the question. Is it?
Yes.
Okay, so I have no such questions, but I want to ask that is Money on Click provide loans to the SMEs also?
No, not yet. Right now, we only focus on.
Thank you so much, EcoWrap. Judges, you are now welcome to ask questions to Money on Click. You have 4 minutes to do so.
Hi, Vishal.
Hi.
You mentioned some astounding repayment rates. How do you make it possible? What's the secret sauce there?
So one, we understand that the business is to get the money back, not to get. So unfortunately, especially in fintech, a lot of people don't understand that. That's one. Then we have a kind of one is expertise, past expertise. So I was the CBO of Lending Card. My co-founder was the head of data science of Lending Card. He's the one who did model there. So kind of expertise is there. Second, the team. Apart from the expertise, we have a really solid collection team. Our collection head was South India head of collection of Bajaj. Like with the entire team that we had was from Bajaj. Then third, we don't evaluate individual, we evaluate the entire family. So we do the full P&L of the family. It's like, we don't give an instant loan. This is a large ticket, 1 lakh rupee loan. So like proper, like we take the like bank statements and like the full family P&L is created, and we are able to actually understand the cash flow of the family so that we actually know, and it's a joint liability loan. So it's like multiple members of the family, they come together and do that. That's third. So we our underwriting is really accurate because we actually know the deep details of these folks. Fourth, these are like our social channel, where we do the acquisition, right? So these are LIC agents, bank employees, etc. in small towns and cities, and there is this social layer around this, right? So these people also help us recover because their commissions are linked to defaulted. So there are multiple reasons to that, and obviously a razor sharp focus on keeping the default rate super low.
Got that. Thank you.
Yeah, Vishal, how has the growth been? If you could just draw some kind of a pattern since you started, or at least in the COVID time, and how has it been? Has it dropped off, or is it like just help us get a sense of the growth, right? It's sustainable. How is it?
Yeah, so we started in March 2019, and when we reached March 2020, we were at around 3.5 crore per month run rate. Our book size, was around 10, 12 crores. But then, after COVID happened, it was the right call. We did not disburse almost for 6 months, which was the right thing to do. We kind of doubled down on, collections and made sure that we have some solid numbers. Then once we have resumed back around August timeline, so we are back at pre-COVID levels and growing around 30% month on month from here. And also in the meanwhile, the idea was never to build just a lending company. Idea was to build a full stack, financial services brand for the India for, and those that aspiration, we got time to work on those products. So we launched this micro insurance, health and life for the India for folks. It's It took us almost 6 months to design that special product with Rally Gear. It's like for $10 you can insure life, family, health, etc. for your entire family. So there are like a lot of stuff has gone into it, and the very unique thing that we do is we give a loan for the premium. So that's something very unique. So somebody comes to us for a, let's say, a lakh rupee loan. So we insure the entire family for, let's say, 3,000 rupee, and we give them an additional loan of that 3,000 rupees. We take the risk of default on that insurance premium because we are the one, because insurers want the full premium, right? They will not accept EMI, right? But because we are so good at defaults, we are able to take that, risk and offer this unique product, because insurance like 3,000-4,000 rupees is quite a lot for the families that we are talking about. But if you allow them to pay on EMI, then they're very willing to do that. So that's what we started. Our social channel has been working really well for us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Money on Click. And thank you, EcoWrap and jury members, for the questions. Autobricks, it is now your turn to take questions. Dentico, it's your turn to throw a bouncer at Autobricks. You have 1 minute to answer.
Hello. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to see any video or something of the car washing for 100 ml. Is it possible to give some demo or something like that? It's actually not a question. It's like a product visibility.
I think I don't know if I can share now. Yes, we have various videos to show, how to do car wash using 100 ml of water. Because when we recruit person, yes, we show them, we train them to do that, and we made it in so revolutionized that we want the wash executive should not waste time. So because he has to clean the car in 8 minutes, so we don't want him to waste the more time on it. And the car it should not get scarred, because when there is a dust, if you do it in an improper way, you can see scars on, scratches on the paint. So we have that video. I don't know whether I can show or I need to search. Maybe I can share that, video to Gauri or, someone.
Yep, thank you. Judges, you're now welcome to ask questions to Autobricks. You have 4 minutes to do so.
Yeah, Pratibha, so you're saying you don't have the video right now, right?
I think, yes, I have multiple videos, but it's a sudden request, right? I need to search.
Okay.
If there is another way, I can share it to anyone. If I have the email ID, I can share the video.
Is there a YouTube link that you can share, Pratibha, with us? We can show that right now.
Right now, I need to search. Maybe the time will get wasted, right? I have to search for it.
Yep, we can show it later, maybe.
Yeah, that would be.
What has been your traction so far? How many people are using your car wash service? I'm assuming it's a monthly subscription.
I'll give you a brief on that. See, when we have started our car wash, Autobricks, we have made it to subscription based. We used to serve 45,000 cars within 4 hours, every day. We used to be in 7 metros. So 45,000 customers in mornings, in 4 hours, we used to clean the cars. That is pre-COVID. Post-COVID, when the COVID has started to complete, the business was completely, we have stopped for 2 months because of COVID. Then we have realized that mindset of the customers have changed. No, they are not looking for a subscription based because it is a costly. 499 and 399 also they are not ready to use because they are not taking the car out. So their mindset has changed. They don't want to spend more time. Weekly once is fine for them. Weekly twice is fine for them. They want interior and exterior at a time. So there are mindsets of people have changed. Accordingly, we have made it on demand. Now people can book their service on the app. Yeah, we have completely app based. We know what wash executive is doing. We know what customer wants at what time. The moment he books the service, within 60 minutes, we will be there to do the service. So we are taking instant services on the time. The moment we get the service, we will do it in 60 minutes. That is the currently we are doing. So before COVID, we have 45,000 customers, and post COVID till now, we have done almost 10 to 15,000 services from June till date. And for car wash, we are into bike service. We have done around 5 to 6,000 services after, from June. And car service also, we have done around 4 to 4,000 services. We are into tires, we are into bike, everything. Everything related to bike and car, we are doing it now. Completely on demand, completely app supported.
I guess time is not there.
Sorry?
Okay, I'll probably ask one more follow-up question. You're catering to how many parts, with how many cities you're catering, and which part of the city you're catering? What is the employee strength, and what is the economics per car wash?
For car wash, car wash, you want economics for the car wash only. Currently, we have done around till date, we have done 10,000 services. And our car spa, you can say around 500 rupees is the car spa cost. And we have done into BioWipe also. But a major part is car spa, 500 rupees you can say. So around 10,000 into 500 is what we have got generated revenue till date.
45,000 is what?
Per car wash only.
Okay. Now I was asking about the car wash. What are the economics?
Of car service?
Car wash. What are the economics?
Economics means per service, we are charging them around 500 rupees is what we are charging them per car spa.
Not the spa, I was asking about the wash. Asking about the wash. Wash is a monthly subscription of 500 rupees. How does it work out the economics for you to person to reach cost, maintenance of the equipment?
Exactly. See, we
I guess the time is up, I guess, right, Julia?
Yes, time's up.
Okay.
Thank you all to Bricks, and thank you, Dentico and jury members for the questions.
All right, thanks.
Omnify, it is your turn to take questions. Mind Palace, it's your turn to throw a Yorker at Omnify. You have 1 minute to answer. Mind Palace, if you could turn on your
sure.
video.
So my question is how my question is how can someone integrate Omnify into their website? Like if it's a WordPress website, do you have a plugin, or do you provide APIs for developers to integrate Omnify into their developments?
So we have customers who directly use Omnify as their reservation or booking website. So either you can use it as your main website or your reservation website, or you can integrate like iframe widgets into your own website. It can be on any platform. Apart from that, we also have like a WordPress plugin. So it's very simple. Whatever you use, you can integrate Omnify easily.
Interesting.
Okay, thank you. Judges, you are now welcome to ask questions to Omnify. You have 4 minutes to do so.
Hi, Manik.
Long time.
Long time. Hi. So, what's the biggest impact that you created, because of this COVID, right? Like, is it like, you saved people something or some time, or what's really happened, because you said there's a significant change because of that. You've grown 4x.
So we actually focused our effort during this time working with swimming pools across US. So in summertime, pools have to open up, right? And the key was how do they open up safely, right? And we worked with a channel partner, a pool management company. We have a very flexible platform, so we created a solution on the platform which was really simplified for any pool owner, right? And these pools were across government, public pools to your private pools, right? And so we help them literally open up within days with reservation managing, so people can come in safely. So they had to put in limitation of only 50 people within 30 minutes or whatever, right? And manage liability, so everybody can do waiver forms and have declaration on COVID-19. So everything was digitized. So a a single administrator managing suddenly so many people, operationally becomes a challenge. So we digitize the whole thing. We help them literally open up within days, set up and go live within days. And I think that was the biggest impact. So we still have customers. Even now, some of the pools have shut down, but majority of them we've been able to help them safely open.
Thanks, Mani.
Any other questions from the jury?
Yeah, Monica, we know each other for some time. So how has been your traction in the US right now, Manik, especially your post COVID?
So it's been majorly US. So it's 90% plus US because we work with few channel partners there. So like I said, we've grown about 4x from May onwards, and it's still tricky because there's still states opening, closing. But especially for us, as you open up the business, you're looking at technology as a solution, how to open up, right? Because you can't open up the way you were running your business before. So you want everybody to first reserve and then come, right? That's the only way you can manage a lot of these facilities. So that's been the biggest driver for our business, in fact.
Congratulations, by the way, for the funding.
Thank you.
So, Manik, which sustainable development goal are you gunning for?
So I think we underestimate. After this time, we've spoken to a lot of people in recreation, and I think one other thing we don't look at is recreation as an important part of our society, which is undermined, which can have a follow-on social impact. And there are a lot of community businesses in social sector that use recreation as a tool to drive this change, right? Whether at multiple levels, right? So we think that technology can be a driver to make recreation a lot more accessible, whether it's for old age, whether it's for people with lower incomes, right? And recreation can be used as a way to drive people to specific goals, right? We have Magic Bus Foundation, which does this.
Time's up. Thank you so much, Omnify, and thank you, Mind Palace and jury members, for the questions. It is time for a 5-minute stopover for jury deliberation. Please stay tuned. We'll come back and announce the winner of the Bangalore City Finals. Jury members, we will put you into the breakout room. If we're all back now, we can begin. So before we announce the winners, we would like to give the jury an opportunity to make any final comments or give any feedback.
Thank you. This is Vinod here. Thank you, ESG team. I think, this was a very interesting and a different experience. I've not been a part of prior similar event. I think, for a change, right? It's not just, we were judging it. There was a knockout and, change in format that really helped, to break the monotony that we used to in pitch sessions. Thank you for having us. I think, I wish all the startups the very best. And winners, hopefully, they win and go on to win for the confederation and for India as well. All the best to all the startups. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, first of all, to the ESG team, Julia, Shaurya, and Kirti. I think really appreciate all the efforts for bringing this together. And I think the format is quite unique, I would say. I had earlier done the knockout sessions, but I think you have done a good variation of the knockout with Q&A. And thanks for all the participants for putting the time and coming in. And just one comment I would like to make it in this such kind of formats, the preparation around this 5-minute presentation becomes the key. Yes, I think you may have to keep that in mind when you're going to the next one for people who can make it to the finals. So just a thought on that.
Customary remarks, everything's been covered. Thank you so much. The good folks at ESG, very well organized. A lot of background work goes into preparation. It was very systematic and methodical. I think commenting about any startup till the time you announce results might not be fair, but it's been a joy with everybody and behind the scenes debating, while choosing the winners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, jury members. We really appreciate the time you took out of your day to join us. We would also like to announce that Amit Singh is the Bangalore coach for the India National Finals, which is taking place on the 24th of November. The city coach will help you prepare the best presentation for the national finals. We will connect you with the coach over email. Please make sure to set up a time to take advice for your presentations. Now, without further ado, the time has come. It's time to announce the winner of Entrepreneurship Sports Generation 2020 Bangalore City Finals. And today's winner is Money on Click and Omnify. Congratulations. It was our pleasure to engage with such a diverse group of startups and gain exposure to such fascinating stories and solutions. At ESG, we would like to acknowledge the effort and time each entrepreneur has dedicated to be here with us. We would like to heartily thank the judges, participants, organizers, and partners for joining us and supporting ESG as a groundbreaking project. We are immensely excited and we hope you join us for the next levels of our competition. Once again, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And just wanted to mention that like this one, the India finals will also be streamed live, and you can visit our website to, kind of look at the link when the India finals is happening, just to support your favorite startup. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.